Hi, gang. Welcome back, Sexy. All right, so we have moved along with the Battle of Falkirk. And I decided to play the historical scenario, which means that the pikemen for the Scots cannot attack, cannot move. They pretty much sit there and take a beating. And let me tell you something, they are taking a beating. Uh, Not to complete just total annihilation of them, although it looks like that's what it's going to be, but because they have actually knocked out a couple of mounted men at arms, all right, from the English. But so you've got, I don't know if it's, you got four battles in this group, okay, and these are well trained professional English soldiers, whereas the Scots, from my understanding, are just a gathering, uh, probably not well trained. Um, they're using the Shiltron, which is the Scottish version of a shield wall, and the special rule here with that is that if you're in a Shiltron and you're adjacent to a unit, another unit in the Shiltron, you don't have any flank hexes. You have rear hexes, but you don't have any flank hexes. So it gives you a benefit because you don't get attacked in the flank when somebody's in your flank hex. If there's, but of course, if they're in your flank hex, you might not be next to anybody by that mean. But so the action started over here on the left. And let's see if we can't get in here a little better on the left because this has been brutal. Only one of the four English. Okay, so one of the two English battles on the left side crossed the Glen Burn. The second one is about to get over there and fight if they ever get an activation, because you're still using the dice roll for activation. So, and that's not going too well. But the problem is the Scots, they can't just pass and move that time track down, which started at 15. It's only down to 13 now because you got to do something at times, even though you cannot attack with these pikemen. They're just like decoy ducks sitting there. You do have, which the two on this side of the battlefield are gone. They do have Wallace with some cavalry and their cavalry leader with some cavalry who is no longer on the battlefield. He is eliminated. Okay, there he is right there. James, whatever he is, in the mounted militia, and Wallace has the other one. And they have four longbowmen units left. So Henry over here, with these pikemen, all you got to do is get these longbowmen in range, and you almost don't have to move. A Scot, since there's no King's Standard on the map, if a Scot retires, he's eliminated. Okay? They don't retreat. They stand their ground. They suffer their disorders. Further disorders don't do anything. But if they get a retire, they're eliminated. Well, as you can see, this Shiltron over here, both the bowmen that were sitting here, I moved them inside the Shiltron to help. And then the front arc of the Shiltron is gone. And they've lost about, the Scots on this side have lost 4 units already and 2 bowmen, so 6 units. And they've lost their cavalry commander. On the other side of the field, King Edward is starting to do the same thing. Now you can only see he's only got his mounted units there. If I back this up just a little bit, you'll see the bowmen have gotten into range now. And these bowmen here have got to stop this attack before they can turn over here on this. And the odds are they're going to be gone before they even get a chance to affect this. So, zoom back out some here. That's what you see the front line. Here's Edward's army. Here's Anthony, the Duke of Durham or something like that. As you can see, his whole battle is moving up. There's a lot of units there. All right. A lot of pikemen, a lot of militias. And then over here, you've got the Duke of Surrey or whatever it is. He's across the burn already, but here comes his army. Like I say, if they can never get activations, heck, they may not need to. So the two outside Shiltrons are probably going to fall. This one here probably sooner than the other side. And then the English will go to work on everything else. Now, will they get to those to have to fight them too much? I'm not so sure because, as you can see, they're already at 21 out of 35, the Scots. They hit 35 and it's done. And the English, if they lose any more than those 3 up there, I'd be amazed. Those flight points, if they get any more flight points than that, and they're liable to. I mean, you get a disrupted unit, and then the bowmen can take care of it. But like I say, the Sheltrons, they can't attack, so that doesn't help much. But I got a feeling here that this'll be over before these 2 in the middle get decimated. Because if they eliminate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more units, yeah, they don't have to go that far, and this thing will be over. Plus, like I say, the major part of these battles over they haven't even gotten into the fight yet. That's just cavalry, which one's dismounted now. That's just cavalry dealing with that. So, all right, so this is Falkirk. It's much like it says in the rules. This is probably going to be a serious victory for the English, or an easy victory for the English. But we're going to play it out, try to see if we hit that flight point number. And let's get this posted so you can see how this game is developing. It's funny about playing this game. So I set it up, and it was a few days before I even started playing. And I kept looking at it, and I didn't start it. But boy, the minute you start playing, the fun starts. Because the system it's fluid. It's easy. There's not a whole bunch of stuff you have to remember. Now, granted, as I know I progress through the games, there'll probably be more that I need to add to it. But the game's just easy to play. And like I say, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it, which is weird because this is well outside of my range of combat eras that I enjoy. All right, let's get this up. Give me your opinions and thoughts on Falkirk. And I'd say any suggestions, but for the historical scenario, I doubt there's going to be too many. All right, talk to y'all soon.